Alright, starting on the karate chop point. Even though I don't feel worthy of having a lot of money just for being myself, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I don't feel like I can receive money for doing nothing and just being myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though it's hard to believe that I can receive money just for showing up as myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I forgive myself. And maybe anybody else who's contributed to this. I don't feel like I'm worthy of money without doing something to earn it. And I don't feel like I can receive money without working hard for it. If I just be myself, I don't believe that's enough. To be abundantly rich and receive a lot of money. How can money come to me if I'm not doing something to make it? If I'm not earning it in some way? What's the value in my just showing up as myself? If I'm not doing something and offering something. To receive money and compensation for that. Surely money cannot flow to me just for being me. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem real or possible. I don't see how that could happen. How would I control money coming to me if I'm not doing something to create it? How am I giving value for that money if I'm not working for it? By being in a good job, or by having a successful business. These are the only ways that I know how to receive money. It just doesn't feel possible that money could come to me in other ways. But what if I don't need to know how? What if I don't have to control the how? What if I don't have to figure it all out in order for that money to come to me. I know the universe is mystic and magical, and that weird things can happen. But will they happen to me? I feel like it never happens to me. Okay, now what if it doesn't happen to me purely because I believe it doesn't happen to me? And I don't believe it's possible for me. And what's showing up in my reality is evidence of the beliefs that I have. Not evidence of what is possible. Because I have heard some amazing stories. And maybe there's even people that I know who have had money show up in crazy ways. In what feels like miraculous ways. Can I lean into that evidence? That the magic of the universe is possible. And can I start to believe now that anything is possible in my life too? I'm shifting this energy now. I'm just shifting into something different, something new. Creating a belief in the possibility that money could show up in unexpected ways. So if this is true, and money can show up in unexpected ways, and I don't have to be in control of how the money comes to me, and it doesn't always have to come through employment or business, then what defines whether I'm worthy of receiving? What is it that creates the shifts for money to flow into my life in ways I haven't controlled? Could it be how worthy I feel of having that money, of receiving that money without earning it, without doing in a controlled way something that I feel creates the value of that money in my life? Can I change my perception of what I feel is worthy of receiving money? Could it be that I feel like the universe values me as a person and wants to compensate me for that? Oh, that feels beautiful. The universe wants to compensate me for being a beautiful person. For showing up in an aligned way. For listening to soul messages and nudges. For being who I came into this life to be. The universe definitely wants to reward me for that. The universe definitely wants to support me with resources that allow me to do the work I came here to do. And the more I just show up as myself and do that work that I came into this life for, the more that money flows to me. In ways I don't even need to plan for. I don't need to know the how, because I trust that it's coming. Because I have been doing the work of being myself. And I deserve compensation. For doing that work. The more I release what is not mine, the shadow work, the conditioning, the programming, the more I come back to my authentic, aligned self, the more that money just flows into my life unexpectedly. Every day I'm becoming more and more of myself. Every day I'm releasing more of what doesn't belong to me. So every day I deserve more and more compensation. And I know I am worthy of it because I have been doing that work. The more I am showing up as my pure self, the more the universe values me. And the more that I feel worthy in myself of receiving money. And so it is. And take a big breath. Just release all the energy that is shifted. Oh my goodness.